revenge, somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, A-floor.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check 55, Mike. Watch a slap, watch a slap. Watch a slap. Keep going. Let's go.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Check safety, check safety.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now, pass complete here to Sanders. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
We got this.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Don't get nervous.
He's checking.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Looking for Shepard deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Off play action. Jones buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
Now, this was... clear day in September. I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Hey, let's go. It's time to watch the run. Hey, watch it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that's complete to Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Pittsburgh. Watch the curves. 57's the mic.
Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Watch the whip. Slam.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
It's just me and you.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones, and this is incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Hey, Charlie. On the ball.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. Got a man, Slayton. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
A gain of 12. First down, Giants.
Down. 8-3.
Let's go.
On first down, Barkley, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing in the line of scrimmage.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Jones now operating from the gun, and that will be incomplete.
Jones pass
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep is Emmanuel Sanders. This is taken at the 15. 6-0 our score after one. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. His throw incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Jackson to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Watch out.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Dexter Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on third and long. Jackson trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly third and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Well, he covered a lot of ground, 82 yards on the punt return. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas now to add the PAT. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jackson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, first and 10 at the 46. They'll go with Hill here on first down. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a second and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On third down, here's Hill. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
For the field goal.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try for Barkley. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the double.
I got it. Tie that left. Hey, we got 4. Got 4 down. No.
Hey!
I got him.
Ready?
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go. Henry. Check 55. Mike.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 15-yard line.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. It's caught by Sanders. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 3-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson now. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Here's another first and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Henry. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Pick me up. Here we go. Let it go.
Jackson operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and with it, time will expire here in this first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets have taken the early lead over the Bills. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So first and 10 now from the 30. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Look at me. Zipper. Go, cheetah. Undercrush. X3. 218. Chopper.
Tighten up.
Deep grip.
Again, it's Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another first and 10 here. Throwing Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down Giants on a pickup of 14.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
50.
Smooth.
Give me that
5.
Now Jones on first and 10. Safarian Jenkins has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Minus 50, minus 50.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Hey, nice set. Let's go.
Here's Jones on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Jones going to throw again. He completes it to Tate. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
He looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Kill.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stumper.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Here we go. 8-3.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
Yeah. Hey, Haywood.
Let's put him on the buses.
Hey.
He's coming.
Rock it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day. Let's go, Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 30 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Now Jones operating from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now Jackson on 1st down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 50. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts him in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Jackson. The Sanders has got it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Emmanuel Sanders. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. This time, the extra point up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's Jones, throwing on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Jones, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Giants on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be third and forever.
Check 50. Hey, Delta.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And Sanders now to return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The deep Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33.
Here's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed.
At the 14-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, dude.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
Alpha. Like, hard. Big grip.
Operating from the gun. Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Checking in on Houston, it's in the 4th quarter there. And another score by the Texans, so they've added on to their lead. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. This is Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Drop deep. Double tight, guys, double tight.
5.
And they will take a knee here.
Jones on the keeper.
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a